Welcome to GhanaWeb TV. This is a GhanaWeb special on the GhanaWeb Reporter. The GhanaWeb Reporter is the Ghana's first digital media sharing platform that democratizes journalism and empowers content creators. My name is Ismail Akwe, and today we are going to go through the ins and outs of the GhanaWeb Reporter through the eyes of journalists, bloggers, and content creators. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to our GhanaWeb special, and we have here in our studio two gentlemen who are one of the first users of the GhanaWeb Reporter platform that democratizes journalism and empowers content creators. Indeed, they are content creators and they've been using the reporter since January. Let me introduce you to Mr. Michael Jan, who is on my immediate left, and Mr. Michael Ejapong, who is also a GhanaWeb reporter. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with Mr. Michael Jan. How long have you been using the GhanaWeb reporter?
For the past 6 months now. 6
months? Since when? Is it January? Okay. Five months, I think. Okay. That's 5 months. And how did you get to know about the reporter?
I got to know about it online in LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn?
Yeah.
And then it was a contest. I remember we put out a contest about the reporter, and then we asked people to send in entries. So you sent in a LinkedIn entry.
Exactly.
Yes. And why did you think you would be selected as one of the winners of the contest?
Actually, I'm a content writer myself. I have a personal blog that I do also publish articles. So when I got that opportunity, quickly I sent in my articles. So I knew that definitely my articles will also go through because I'm a content writer myself.
What's your blog name?
My blog name is FrenchEducationGhana.com.
Yeah. It's not .wordpress.
No.
.com.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me come to the other Michael Ejapa. Yeah. Ejapa, how did you know about the reporter?
Yes, I was going through Twitter, and then I saw GhanaWeb Reporter. Actually, first it was a flyer, an artwork, and I read through it and I said, okay, so how do I fill in this? And then I went back to your page on Twitter, and then I see a link there. So I tap on the link, and then I submitted an article I wrote. I submitted that article because I read through the requirements, and then I saw that the article should be impactful, should impact lives. And then I sat down for a while, and then I think, okay, so you just let me submit this article because I know they really need it, and maybe out of that they will have some help. So I submitted that particular article, and then
you are here.
Yes.
So are you a journalist?
Yes, I'm a journalist.
Okay. Where do you work now?
At Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Yes.
Okay. And how does the reporter come to support the work you're doing as a journalist?
Yes, because with a reporter, with even my own blog, I need to put up a write-up. But with a reporter, I can even put out just a video and then do a caption so that people knows what actually is happening. Let's say the flood here in Accra. I can take a video and then just caption, this is happening in Accra, this place, and then people will get to know, and then they have access to what is happening, other than just putting in a lot of write-up and all that. So I think it's wonderful. It's have just summarized everything my work.
So let me give you some background. Michael Ejapong and Michael Jan were part of the 10 contestants who were selected and awarded at the Ghana Bloggers Summit after they contested in the GhanaWeb Reporter contest. And all of them submitted stories that were fit to be on the reporter, and then they were given the first-hand account on the GhanaWeb Reporter. So they were the first to have accounts on the reporter. They've been using it since January, and now they are giving us what they've experienced, what they've encountered, and also the rewards they gained out of the GhanaWeb Reporter. Let me go back to Mr. Michael Jan. So from January, when you were given the account, what have you been going through?
Oh, when I had the opportunity to have the account, I started immediately publishing my articles, and the articles come from also from social media. When I see it, I try to put my own perspective, the one that I always want to also motivate others. Yes, about life. So depending on the topic of the articles, I also try to bring my own ideas that will also help the audience, especially the youth, how to keep on going. And doing that has really also helped me, and people appreciate it.
What's one significant content that you remember publishing on the Reporter?
I have a lot of them, more than 500 articles, but the one that really went far was about almost 1 million views, was about Eto'o. Yes, I wrote about Eto'o, the way Eto'o became president in Cameroon as Cameroon, the
Fecafoot of Cameroon,
yes,
yes.
president of Fecafoot. And then when he did that for free. So he didn't charge anything, like monthly he was going to charge something like salary, but for free, and also increased the player's salary. So through that, when I took it, I published it, that this is exactly what, yes, this is the type of leaders that we want in Africa for Africa's development. And that content really went for almost 1 million views.
But you are a content creator, and do you create video content as well?
For now, no.
Okay.
No.
But how did you know that the Eto'o story would blow up?
Yes, I knew because of what he did. Yes, actually, Eto'o has money. He's a billionaire. So Eto'o could have still charged them as a president. Yes, take money, the salary. But here's the case, because he wanted to sacrifice. That is the sacrifice spirit that really got me. So for him, he wants to sacrifice himself for the people. As a player, he knew what players go through. So he wanted actually to help them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the part that really got me, and I also wrote an article about it. That is exactly what, I mean, our leaders also need to be, not always about money, but it should also come from the heart.
Okay. Ejapa, what about you? What was your most significant article which you published through the Reporter?
Yes, that was the last meal of Kutua Champon before his execution, and then people really wanted to read about it. What food? And then actually in the headline I said his favorite meal, so people wanted to know about his favorite meal. And then recently I published about the wedding photos of the president, the sitting president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, and then people are really loving it. And then, you know, I think one thing I've also noticed when I was using the Reporter is that I've been on other platforms, because I'm a blogger, I've been on other platforms. They have their terms and conditions. That is, you need to have a certain number of words before you can put up what you want to put up. But with a Reporter, even if it is a picture, just put the picture there. Ask people about the picture. I remember I recently did one. There was this lady who has tattooed all his body, and then I posted the picture there and I said, how much are you going to pay for her bride price? And then you see the reactions are massive. So you don't need a certain words to describe it. You just post there, ask the people, and then they can react. Other than, you know, if I want to post something, you limit me to have a certain words before I can put it out there. But a Reporter, if it is a video, just put it up there. If it is a picture, just put it up there. Even if it is your opinion, just put it up there. And then you can also seek people to also share their views. So it's a wonderful place to be.
How do you know people are reading your article?
Yes, you can track them. There is a dashboard. So
okay,
when I put up the story, I can really track the dashboard, how many people are reading the article, my income too is there, and then even among us, the reporters, my rank with my articles. And then Michael here has been a tough opponent since we joined the house. Yes.
Since you've brought up the issue of income, it's very important to talk about that, because I know a lot of people want to earn from YouTube and other platforms, but they don't make any money. They have to hit a certain threshold and all of that. With the reporter, do you make money instantly? Are you guys seeing the money you are making? How do you make money?
Oh.
Let me go to Michael Jan.
Yeah, so the money is being made through the viewership.
Okay.
So when people come in numbers to read your article, other pictures or whatever you put it there, since you have a dashboard, so through that it generates an income for you. So as time goes on, and then you continue. So it has to be something that has to be consistency. Yes, in order to achieve what you also want.
Okay, where can we find your blog?
My blog,
yes.
My personal blog.
On GhanaWeb.
On GhanaWeb. It can be found at GhanaWeb News, and GhanaWeb News you will see bloggers. Is it bloggers blog?
Yes,
yeah, bloggers blog. And then my name is French Education.
Okay, so your blog name is French Education on GhanaWeb, on the news section. And what about you?
Yes, on the news section, you see Daily News Ghana.
Okay, so when we go there, everything there is your content.
Yes.
And how do you upload your content?
Yes, I use the dashboard. And then one thing also about the dashboard is that it's very easy, simple to use. You know, you don't even have to be educated. All you need to do, just download the app, and then you go through the process of registering, and then when you are posting, it's just easy. Your title is there, the body of the content, you just upload your pictures, videos, and then it's...
Do you use your phone or your laptop to do
my phone.
Your phone? Yes. What about you?
I use laptop.
You use your laptop, but why don't you want to use the phone for uploading the content?
Oh, okay. I think the laptop is easy for
me. Easy for you. Okay, but you prefer the phone?
Yes, because with the phone I can take pictures, videos, and then upload anywhere I am. So
and are you getting any supporting, publishers who are using your account, your Daily Mail, to also publish content?
Yes.
Because I understand the reporter also has the feature where others can also help in publishing content.
Yes. I remember I needed to go off for a while, and then I said I needed someone to, and then I got 2 people, so they were publishing on my behalf.
Okay, 2 people.
Yes, 2 people. So they were publishing on my behalf whilst I was away, and then it was like all fun, because I sit back and then I see them publishing in my name, and then sometimes I need to come back and then review the content, and then they were all good. So sometimes I get people to also support.
Do they also look at the dashboard?
Yes, they do.
They do, and they see the numbers.
Yes. I remember one stopped publishing, and then he said, "No, Charlie, you need to get me an account, because look at your numbers here. I can't really sit back and then for you to also enjoy, because I can create the content as you can. So you just give me how I can go about it." And then I did that, and then there are people also approaching. They want to join because they saw my dashboard. Okay,
and how many content do you publish in a day?
Publish about 3 to 5 contents in a day.
In a day, and yours are mainly articles.
Many articles. I don't do many articles.
Okay, and what about you? What do you post normally?
And you see, one interesting thing also about the reporter is that you don't have any limitations, so you can publish as much as you want. Sometimes I publish 5, I publish 10, depending on what I am posting.
Okay.
And I have shifted my attention from publishing articles to posting social media pictures. What is trending on social media, I bring it back to the app and then see how people are also reacting onto the app. So I'm more like sharing pictures and then videos from social media, and then it's been amazing.
Okay, with the social media shares, I know the reporter gives you the opportunity to share videos from YouTube. Yes. You can share posts from any social media platform directly to the platform. When you were told this, that was in December last year, before you were given the account, what did you make of it? What did you think?
Yes, I for the first time, I went there and then decided to share my post, and then I saw GhanaWeb up there, and I was like, oh, wow. But when I started sharing, when people react to the post on GhanaWeb, they come back and then they give me a follow. So it has really not given me income on the Reporters app, but it has also increased my following, because a lot of people also want to follow me because they always see my content on the blog, and then the post is either coming from my Instagram or my Facebook, or sometimes even my YouTube channel. So they want to follow back there. So when I post, they will be the first to see there before it comes to the app. So it's been amazing for me.
And Michael John, what was your previous impression and what do you think about it now after 5 months?
This has really helped me, especially also to have more views on my blog. So because I normally I'm more into articles and sometimes pictures. So when I do that, I normally write my website under by Michael John, also French education. This has also increased viewers on my blog. Sometimes they want to come and see who is Michael John behind this article, especially when the person finds it good, and also other social media on Instagram and then Twitter. Some people can even message me privately, oh, I read this article about this topic, but it was good. Unfortunately, I couldn't comment on the GhanaWeb, but it was good. And that really also helps me to continue doing what I'm doing.
There's a question everybody is asking concerning your blog. Yeah. Your blog is called French Education on GhanaWeb, GH on GhanaWeb. Exactly. Why are we not seeing French education on your blog?
Exactly. So initially, the idea was to publish about French articles and also to also let people, especially students, also learn French outside the English. So that was the idea. So at times I do, but I also realized that no, I have to add other articles also into it. The article that has to do with the social issues and everything that can also impact people. So I do about the French education articles also. So it's a mix of everything, and not particularly about the French education or French articles alone. Yes.
Well, this is quite an interesting discussion, and we'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the money part. How much money have they made in the 5 months that they've been using the reporter? They will tell us all of that after this break. Welcome back from the break. This is a GhanaWeb TV special, and we are speaking to Mr. Michael John and Mr. Michael Ejapon. They are GhanaWeb reporters, and we are talking about the GhanaWeb Reporter. Now, the money part. I mean, a lot of people are very interested in the money aspect. And Michael, I think 2 months ago, a month ago, you made a withdrawal request, and everybody was wondering, why is this guy trying to withdraw 100 cedis or so? I think about 100 or so, 170 something. So why did you make that withdrawal request when you had not even hit 300 cedis on the platform?
The thing is, when I first started, I wasn't too sure if this is really even going to work with the money aspect and all that. But then I did 3 publications, and that 3 publications got me the 100+ Ghana cedis. So after doing the 3 publications, I stopped publishing there, and then I decided to go back to my dashboard and then see how things are going. Then I saw that this 3 publications actually got me 100+ Ghana cedis. And okay, so can I really have this money, or it is just there? So I decided to request and see if truly I will receive the money. And then I was given an option to put in my mobile money and then my bank also accounts, but I decided to go with the mobile money and then see how fast it will be. So I wanted to see if truly I will receive the money.
And did you receive the money?
Oh yes, I did.
176, I think.
Yes, 76 Ghana cedis.
Okay, by mobile money.
Yes, by mobile money. And then one thing is that when I withdraw the money, I was just there waiting for it to drop, and then we were told that it's this is paid every 15th of the month.
Yes.
So I was waiting for it. The 15th, I didn't receive it, and I was like, okay, so let's wait and see. And then on the 15th, I didn't see anything, so I waited, and then the early morning on 16th, I received an alert that the money has been paid to me, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, okay, wow, so this is real. So, that really motivated me to continue publishing more, and then I was really telling people more about it. I was just showing them. So even though I will spend the money, I took a screenshot of it so that I can tell people that I got paid from the app.
And then you, Michael Jan.
Yes, please.
How was the payments like when Ejapa was expecting 100 CDs? I'm sure you were around 500 CDs already, and you saw it. You knew what you were making.
Exactly.
Did you really believe you would make or get that money?
I couldn't believe it. But contrary to my colleague Michael Japa, mine was I intentionally leave it like that. It was a source of motivation. So anytime when I come and I see 500 or 600 and something, 700. So actually it was a source of motivation. Anytime when I come and I see it, it helps me to continue to publish more articles to get where I want to get and then withdraw the money. So I wanted to be as a source of motivation. Yeah, so that's the reason why I didn't withdraw it right from the beginning.
So you didn't withdraw for 5 months,
exactly,
waiting for it to motivate you.
Exactly.
So which motivation level did it get to before you withdrew?
Exactly. So now when I got to 1,007, getting to 2,000 now, I said, now the money is becoming huge. In Ghana, where would they be able to pay me that money? Okay, if that is the case, now let me withdraw it and see if truly they'll be able to pay. So I also wanted to test the system and see whether the system really works. And I did, and truly.
So you were paid?
I was paid.
Were you also paid on the 15th or the day after?
Oh, the day after.
Okay.
Or the day after. I got it into my bank account.
How much did you withdraw after the 100?
Yes, but you see, one thing is me after the 100, I didn't want to withdraw actually, but I showed it to a few of my friends, and then they were saying, "Are you sure this money is real? Are you sure this money is real?" You know, those kind of vibes. And I said, "Oh yes, I even withdrawed 100 and something Ghana cedis." So I was having 500 plus in my account, waiting for it to grow more. But because I just wanted to show them this is real, I requested for a withdrawal, and then I said, you just wait and see that this money will be paid. And when the money was paid, I showed it to them, and then if you see how these people were rushing to get the account done, and then it was really amazing. But for me, I was pushed to withdraw. I just wanted to be like my brother.
So what's your final words to those who may want to be part of the reporter, who want to be reporters, and what advice would you give them in terms of how to generate content and also how to get a lot of people reading the content?
The point is, as I said earlier, this is just simple, easy. I don't know the brain, because the brain behind this reporter thing is just genius. Because we have other platforms doing the same or similar thing, but they restrict you. They give you limitations. You can publish this a day. You can publish with these words. You can publish using this, that. But with the reporter, he said, no. Do you have a video? Is it on your social media? Do you have a photo, a picture? What do you have? Do you want to show it to people? Do you want to ask them about their opinion? Just do that. You can even go through your social media posts, whether Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Just share your post, and then it will be live. People react to it. You don't need any amount, nothing. It's just you and your data. Just publish, and then get paid. And then one thing also is that really when I withdrawed my 500 Ghana cedis, that was 3 days ago. So I have about getting to close to 200 Ghana cedis again. Just like that. So you just need to publish. If you really want to, what do you think? When I want to make a post, I ask myself, if I see this post online, will I be tempted to click on and then read? If the answer to me is yes, then I'll put it out there. I just want things that people could react to. We see things every day. We see things happening around us. People are not reporting. Even getting journalists to report on these things are hard. But GhanaWeb is that you can be your own reporter, you can be your own journalist. Just put it out there. We have the numbers, and then we will show it to our people. And then they are doing this paid something, I don't know, but then I see my content at other places of GhanaWeb. Sometimes I even open stories on GhanaWeb, and then when I scroll down, I see my content there. They are just promoting for me for free. I'm not paying anything. Just put up the content. We promote for you. You get income, and then you can withdraw your money. I don't know what's else we want, and then we can't ask for more. This is just amazing.
What about you, Michael John?
Yes, so I see this reporter as a side hustle business, and then actually it also help you as a person. I'm more into writing articles, short stories. When I have the headline, I always want to write articles about it. So for me, I think it is easy, because the GhanaWeb has already the numbers. Everyone wants to create his or her own blog, and also have Google AdSense, so that at the end of the day the person can be paid. And that one sometimes becomes difficult. But with that one, the numbers, the audience is already there. So it's up to you to work on your headline. The headline is very important. So with all this experience, the headline is very important. We have some of the headlines. When you go, you can just see the introduction, and then the body, and also conclusion immediately from the headline. Yeah,
so your strategy is the headline?
Mine is the headline.
Okay.
Because I'm to writing the article. Mine is the headline. So the headline has to be catchy. So I want you to come and then click on it, so that at the end of the day, when you read, not because I also want something in return, but it will also benefit you as well. So the headline, when you have a very catchy headline, definitely people will go and read your stories, your articles, what you have to offer. And then at the same time, in return, it will also help you.
You've heard the testimonies of Michael Jan and Michael Ejapon. So they are our first users of the GhanaWeb Reporter. They're actually blog reporters. So with the reporter, there are two types. We have the basic reporters and then the professional reporters. The professional reporters earn income out of their work, which is to publish on the blogs that will be created for them. The basic reporters, you have access to the number of people on GhanaWeb, all of the GhanaWeb audience who see your content on the wall. As professional reporters, it could be VIP reporters under the professional. The VIP are for influencers, also for public figures, and then celebrities. While the blogger reporters, that's for bloggers and also journalists. They are journalists, also content creators. They are using that platform to put out their content to the entire audience of GhanaWeb. GhanaWeb as well benefits by giving its audience diverse content of different varieties, help people to understand what's happening in the country. You can also be a reporter by downloading the GhanaWeb Reporter app on Play Store and then on the App Store, either on iPhone and on Android devices, and then you register, go through the process, and that's it. You can just apply, upload anything you want to upload. It could be a photo, a video, and even document. And these will be published on your personalized page, and it would also appear on the wall of GhanaWeb and on other platforms. When you want to be, or if you want to be a professional reporter, you need to apply. After downloading the app and then registering, you apply to be a professional reporter. You have to show proof that indeed you are a content creator. You are also a citizen journalist or a celebrity or an influencer, and then you'll be given access to the professional reporters dashboard. Then you can measure and see the number of people who visit your page and the number of money you make out of the reporter. The reporter is so easy. There's also the aspect of the advocacy or for the advocacies, like the NGOs. You can also have a reporter page where you put out content surrounding the good works that you do, and also if you need people to contribute to your NGO with the advocacy reporter, you could do same. You just have to register to be an advocacy reporter. All the details are on GhanaWeb. Go to the wall section and you find all the content and all the reports from the reporters. The GhanaWeb Reporter is Ghana's first digital media sharing platform created to democratize journalism and empower content creators. And you've heard from Michael Ejapong. He is a journalist and he has been given the opportunity to put out his content as a journalist. And also you've heard from Michael Jan. He is a content creator. He has been empowered to make money out of his content. You can also be a reporter.
This is another exciting edition of Talkertainment. This time around, we are coming live from the AICC Grand Arenas. It's different, yeah, the steez is different and all of that, we know. And that's why we are happy to bring you this fresh feel. We are here with the very beautiful Sugar TT. You look ravishing.
Thank you so
Please
much.
take a good look at her for me. Give us a turn, give us a 360. Woo! Okay, so I can see, as always, you're not your bride. What's the motivation behind that? Why?
My designer chose this outfit. She says, oh, she's House of A.
Okay.
She says, I want you to look this way today. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
So is it the case that all your outfits are without bra? And what's the motivation behind it?
It's not on my outfit anyway.
Okay. So what outfits will you pick to wear and then choose to wear bra again?
There are some that I've worn with bra.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't realize.
And there are few, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it that you want your boobs to let loose, to be free, or you just simply advertise for stuff?
No, my designer actually decides.
What to wear?
I don't actually tell her what I want. I'll tell her to create something for me and then.
Okay.
She will.
I know this is BGMS, but let's have a little chit chat. You just buried your dad. My condolences to you. How did it go? How did it happen? I hope it all went well.
Oh, it went well.
Okay. So, do you agree that you've been controversial?
I'm a baby girl.
But do you agree to that though? Because most people see you to be a controversial brand. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, some people just don't understand me, and some people have accepted, some are yet to accept. So, but there have been changes. If I compare now to 2018, there have been massive changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the changes in what aspect?
Positive.
Okay.
A lot of people are accepting that, okay, this is me. I just like to wear what I want to wear, be myself, nothing bad.
So what do you call yourself?
I'm a model, I'm an actress.
And
a vixen, a video vixen.
there's this word you use, nudist.
I used to be, I'm no more nudist. Because
Okay.
now I wear something, I wear a bra and pants, a bikini.
Okay.
There's no
the
nude.
bikinis though, do you advertise for brands or usually?
Yeah, I do advertise for brands.
Okay, so do you get backlash? in your DMs when you post all those things over?
I used to, but not anymore. Now
But how about the men, and how do you handle their attitudes in your DM?
Oh no, now I'm used to them. I won't even lie. I'm so used to them.
You're used to them, huh?
Yeah.
So they still come and offer you all sorts just to... Does it still stand?
I mean, men are moved by what they see, so they'll still come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you roll a lot with the likes of Ifia, Tracy, and Co. What's your actual relationship with them?
Ifia is my godmother.
Okay.
Tracy is my big sister, so that is it. Yeah.
Okay. Did she tell you the actual reason why she wasn't present?
Oh yeah. She wasn't around, and then Tracy wasn't also around. She came the same day at the funeral, and the funeral wasn't in Accra or Kumasi, it was in BA, so it's understandable she couldn't make it.
Okay, you posted a certain video on your page, and then you were like, people are saying you don't have a family.
Yeah.
People are saying you don't have a family. So, how did that happen, and why did you choose to react to that?
Oh, I realized that because of what I do, they think maybe I came from the sea, or maybe I just came to exist because someone said I was Mami Water. So I was like, okay, how? And the person was like, it's not like he has seen me outside before. You don't meet me at the mall, you don't meet me anywhere. I only post pictures, so if I'm human, how come I don't come out?
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you react to that?
Not at all. I was okay. I was 100% okay because it is true. I barely go out. I hate going out. I go out when it's needed.
Okay. Tell us about your social life. Are you dating?
I'm not dating.
Wow, that's really hard to believe. I'm a lady, but I know that's really hard to believe.
How?
Why aren't you dating?
Because I'm not dating.
Why? Any reason? Because a pretty lady like you.
Oh,
or you're not the type that likes tag. You don't like a label. You don't want to be held down by one person.
Oh no, I am. But okay, I'm dating.
A known figure or someone who's...
I don't like known people.
Why?
Oh no, I don't.
But you roll with them a lot.
Yes, but I can't date them.
Why? Because you know what they do, or you know... Oh, okay.
I've never liked any known person. No, I can't be with a known person. I want a reserved person. Yeah, someone who minds his business and just keep making money.
Okay, what's your relationship with Moisha? I see you guys in a video clip, and I see you rolling with her in the video clip. And then I don't know, aside that, you guys are cool, if I understand. So how you must have heard of her condition.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the entire thing, and what do you think should be done about it with regards to now she's all over social media posting and all of that? Do you think she should limit it, or do you think that, what do you actually think about the entire situation?
Oh no, I feel people will always talk regardless. So she should just do what she wants to do. I mean, they will always talk. If you're quiet, she wasn't posting some time ago, and they were all complaining, oh, it's not posting, oh, it's not doing this, oh, it's not doing that.
So now that she's posting, yeah. But have you reached out to her?
No, I haven't yet.
Why?
Nothing personal, I just haven't.
Okay, so take us through your journey. Sugar Titi.
Yeah.
All we saw one day was boom, Sugar Titi was on social media. Where did she come from? So people will not know you came from the sea. She's not from the sea, actually, she's human.
Oh,
so
no,
tell us about yourself.
I was born in the BA.
Okay.
Mim.
Okay.
And I was taken to Kumasi, taken to Talkertainment, back to Kumasi.
Okay.
Then I moved to Accra.
Okay.
And I decided to do something. So I went to learn makeup, it wasn't working. So I started doing shit for myself, and I realized people liked what I was doing. So
you chose to go that lane.
Yeah.
But then last I think some time back in an interview with Delay, you were speaking on the fact that you had a lot of daddy issues.
Yeah.
How is it now? Is it still the same? Do you suffer relapses from that?
I didn't get the question. You said daddy.
Yeah, daddy issues.
Oh no.
How is that now?
Oh, it's okay. At least he's gone.
What do you mean by at least he's gone?
It's not like he's dead. I would have to think that's okay. I have to go to my dad. I'm going to meet my stepmom. You see that kind of thing. So.
But were you guys in good terms?
No, we're not before he died. We were not.
Really?
No, we were not.
How come? Did you try to make amends?
Like, it's a lot. I wouldn't want to go into details, but we were not.
So did his death hit you?
Oh yeah, I was really sad, especially when I saw his lifeless body laying there like that.
What were some of the questions running through your mind?
Like, is he really gone? He changed. He wasn't the man I knew. When I saw him, I was like, wow, so my daddy is gone.
So how long since you saw him till the time that he died?
Like 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Why? Don't get issues with me because me, I stress issue.
For 7 good years, and then one day you are called that your dad is dead.
Never step on my toe.
How was your reaction? How did you feel? That must be really
Honestly, I was sad. I wouldn't even lie about that. And I was crying, and then my friends took video. People felt it was staged. I didn't react to that very one because I knew how sad I was. You understand? When I saw his lifeless body, oh no, it was bad. Like, I wanted to talk to him, but he looked like a different person. He wasn't the daddy I knew because I learned he was sick before he died, so he changed.
Rumors were flying out there that your dad is a wealthy man and all of that. People are actually arguing. Sugar Titi, okay, so the Sugar Titi you guys were seeing on social media, thinking she has nobody, she's a loner and all of that. Her dad is actually a wealthy man. How true is that?
He was okay.
Is that he owns so and so? They were actually mentioning a lot of properties.
Oh, he was okay.
Okay.
He was okay.
So do you see yourself trying to inherit any of those, or you wouldn't dare go that tangent?
Yeah, I'm the first child, so if it comes, fine, but I wouldn't go for it.
What's your relationship with your stepmom, your father's wife? Still sad.
I don't want to talk about that one.
So how was the funeral then? If there was no communication, you did your own thing and she also did her own thing.
So we're like, cool, everyone is cool. You're just being in your zone and being in my zone. Everybody is trying to mind their business. Everyone is trying to behave like a civil person, so we're okay.
What has your dad's death taught you? What's that one lesson that you have learned?
To reconcile with anyone you're not in good terms with, regardless the reason, honestly. Because I really wanted to talk to him. The thing is, my dad was the one motivating me, you understand? When I was being sacked from the house, I wanted to make it and make him feel like, with or without you, I made it.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, that was the whole thing.
And has that reflected in your life, in your attitude, your character anyway? Do you think that going forward, it's going to make me sober? My father's death is going to make me sober. I'm going to limit some of the things I do. Have you made such decisions?
The thing is, I'll do everything at the right time, you understand? So if I feel like, okay, I want to do this thing now, I'll just stop and do it. If I feel like, okay, I have to still continue with what I'm doing.
Do you have plans of getting married?
Yeah, I believe in marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing.
Having kids and settling down?
Like one.
One?
Yeah.
You don't spoil your beautiful body?
Oh, not because of that. I'm scared of childbirth.
Oh, I think you should brace yourself for it. Because every woman is going to go there one day. Or you don't.
I pray I meet a man who would understand that we have a surrogate.
Wow. Why would you take the pain to do that though?
Oh no, because I'm scared of childbirth. It's not even because of my body or anything, but a lot of women lose their lives. Like, it's scary.
You're scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of your body, you've heard rumors that you've done liposuction.
Okay. No, I haven't done it.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Are you sure?
No, I haven't.
Look at your waist.
You can train, you get waist training and then go to
You're
the gym.
lying.
I'm not lying.
You celebrities, you really, really lie to us.
How?
Yes, a lot.
No, I don't like what you're doing. No.
You see a celebrity with a big tummy who sells flat tummy too. That's so unfair though. That's so unfair. But okay, well, anyways, I'll believe you if you say you haven't
No,
done
I
it.
haven't, my love. I haven't.
So we should train.
Yeah, train.
For how long?
No, that training should be a lifestyle. It shouldn't be like, okay, I'm training for this month. You get it, when you stop, it will come back. That's the whole thing.
If you have a busy lifestyle in country,
you have to adjust.
So what's your thoughts on liposuction? People, it's not everybody that can train. People want permanent results.
No, so if you want it when you have the money, go for it. I mean, why? Go for it.
So you don't frown on it?
No. Why? Okay. It's your life, it's your decision.
Okay, all right. It's been fun having you on Talkertainment here on GhanaWeb TV. This has been the beautiful Sugar City. She said quite a number of interesting things, and I can't wait for you to see it. This is Talkertainment live on GhanaWeb TV, and this time around coming from the Grand Arena inside the AICC. We hope to come your way sometime soon. So stay blessed.
Good afternoon, Father. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
Really happy with you.
I hope you are doing well.
It was really fun.
Thank God.
Thank you for coming. I'm very grateful.
We are grateful.
Honored to have you today.
Thank you also for allowing us to come.
I'm very, very honored and grateful to you. So thank you. See you most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Father. I'm grateful. We hope to have a nice conversation today. All right. Thank you. Welcome to the all-new season of the Untold here on GhanaWeb TV with me, Eche Atisu. And what a way to kick off this season as we speak to no mean of a personality than Reverend Father Andrew Campbell, the man known as the leper's priest. He tells us a story of how he found his way to this West African country and all the beautiful stories 50 plus years here in these beautiful countries. What is the story? Do you know about all of it? We have it all right here on The Untold here on GhanaWeb TV. We'll bring you all of the details right after this. We begin our story with a man who introduces himself as Dr. Joyce Aye's twin, even though they were born in opposite sides of the world.
My name is Father Andrew Patrick Joseph Nilante Campbell. I was born on the 27th of March 1946. It was a Wednesday. And just by coincidence, Reverend Dr. Joyce Aye, she was born also on the 27th of March 1946. So we see each other as twins. Except she was born at 8 o'clock in the morning and I was born at 5:30 in the evening, so she's older than me.
From far back in Ireland, Reverend Father Andrew Campbell speaks of the family he was privileged to be born into and why leaving them was the hardest decision.
I was born into a very, very happy family. I had a brother, Martin, but he died when he was a baby. I have two sisters, but one was killed in an accident just 3 months after I came to Ghana. Yesterday was her anniversary, which was 50 years anniversary of her death, and she was a year older than I. So she died on the 11th of January 1971. And then I have another sister who's younger than I, just 1 year younger than me. She's at home with our two daughters who are married also with children. So there were four of us: Martin, Margaret, Deirdre and myself, and then Mommy and Daddy. And we were the happiest family. I can honestly say that the hardest thing for me coming to Ghana was leaving my family. leaving a happy, loving, caring family. I had a wonderful mother. I had a wonderful father. And I thank God for their great example, their love. I never saw them fight. I never saw them argue. Never. You know, if they did it in the room on their own, but not in front of us children. They never. They were always. I mean, they were in love with one another. That's how I saw it. My daddy would come home from work on a Friday. He was paid on a Friday, and he would just take out his money from his pocket and put it on the table. He says, "There's my wages. Now, what's our expenses? What's our expenses?" So they'd work out the expenses to see, how they covered this, that, and the rest. They shared everything.
He tells us an interesting story about how his parents met and how his mother ended up in the convent, albeit shortly.
My mother was a very religious person. When she finished school, she went into become a pork butcher. All our family were pork butchers, the whole family. All my aunts and my uncles, my grandfather and all of them, they were all pork butchers. And my mother, of course, became a pork butcher. So she was in a shop selling pork, And that's where she met my father. My father was living near the shop, and he must have been coming there to buy meat, and he met her. And obviously, he asked her out, and they were dating one another. For how long, I don't know. I never asked my father these questions. I should have, but I didn't. But they were dating for a while. And then one day my mother said to my father, "I have a feeling God is calling me to be a reverend sister." And I don't know what my reaction was from my father, but my mother actually left for the convent, the Sacred Heart Convent. And ever since that time, I've got a strong devotion to the Sacred Heart. My mother joined our congregation just for 3 months, because after 3 months her health broke down and she came out. But she was 3 months in the convent as a postulant of the Sacred Heart Confraternity. And that, for her whole life, she inspired us with devotion to the Sacred Heart. Our home was consecrated to the Sacred Heart. We had always had the red light of the Sacred Heart burning, in our hallway. The big picture of the Sacred Heart. So she always gave us that devotion. The Sacred Heart will take care of you. So when she left the convent, who was there ready to meet her except my father? So they started dating again and got married. And I can honestly say, my mother was a wonderful person. She loved cooking. She baked beautiful cakes and apple tarts, and also she just loved it. And she was always helping people, always assisting people, no matter what. She'd go to the church in the morning on our bicycle. There was always a basket on the front of our bicycle, and she would ask the neighbours, "Can I buy things for you? Anything you want down at the shops?" And she would do that. She was so caring and so loving, and always thinking of other people. My father too was also a very caring man. He did a lot of work in the Legion of Mary, and he used to visit old people every week and bring them out for parties and one thing or the other. He was also very, very caring and sharing in every way. So the two of them, my mommy and my daddy, had a wonderful family.
Tragedy, however, struck his home and took away one of his dear sisters, and 50 years on, he never forgets.
We weren't well off because nobody in our family went to secondary school except me. I was the only one who went to secondary school. My sisters didn't go to secondary, they went to primary school, and my eldest sister, she died and she was working, and it was a tragic death. She was on the back of a motorbike, and the car came and knocked her down. The boyfriend survived, he's alive, he got married again. And I don't think, I can't forget my sister. She took over when my mother died, and she cared for us in our family. She was such a loving person. I could even remember just there on the 11th, it was just her 50th anniversary, so I can never forget Margaret for her love and care. So that was the family I came from. And we had prayer every evening. Mommy would take the rosary beads out and say, right, time for rosary. Turn off the radio. We no television in those days. No television, no telephone, no car. We were just an ordinary family. So she would take out the rosary beads and give everybody the rosary. We'd all grab a chair and kneel behind a chair, and we'd pray the rosary together. Because we always said the family that prays together will stay together. You never left our house without her blessing you. She had a holy water font on the side of the door, and she blessed everybody going out. She took us to Mass every morning. Every morning she took the children to Mass, and I'll always remember that. After communion, you know, we'd all be kneeling down, my two sisters and myself would be kneeling down, and then Mommy would come back from communion. And one thing I'll always remember about her, she kissed every one of us after communion. Now, I must have been about 4, and my elder sister was 5, and my younger sister was 3, because we hadn't made our first communion. And Mommy would come back from communion, and she would kiss each one of us. And I wondered, why would she kiss us? Why? And it was her way of sharing Jesus with us. She received Jesus in communion. Now she wanted to share Jesus with us. And she would just kiss each one of us. It was a wonderful gesture. Even the prayers, she prepared me for my first communion, because I made my communion when I was 6 years of age. I was in primary school. So I was only 6 years of age when I made my communion. And who prepared me was my mother. Even the prayers I say today, and I'm 51 years a priest, the prayers I say after communion every day at Mass is what my mother taught me. So to me, my family were everything to me. They taught me everything, and they gave me all that love and that support.
While he had a happy home to grow in, little Andrew Campbell did not entirely have an easy life.
When I was 13, things weren't easy at home. I mean, I remember times going to school with big holes in my shoes, and I couldn't afford a new pair of shoes. And we'd stick a piece of cardboard in them, and I'd go to school with cardboard in my shoes. Or I'd have a patch in my trousers. We couldn't afford a new pair of trousers. Things were difficult. It wasn't easy for my mommy and my daddy. As I say, nobody went to secondary school. I was 13 when I finished primary school. And that's when my father says, Andrew says, we cannot afford to send you to secondary school. It'll cost £10 a year. We haven't got it. Go and work. So at the age of 13, I went to work in a wholesale grocer's on the back of a truck. And I did that for 1 year. We worked for a Jew man. It was very strict. 8 o'clock in the morning you start work. I'd go to Mass at 7:30, then come to work at 8 o'clock. And you work from 8 to 6 every day for 30 shillings a week. And I'd bring that money home to my daddy and say, Daddy, here's my money. Every week we got paid on a Friday. I gave it to Daddy. Here's my money. And he gave me 2 and 6 pocket money out of that. And that went on for 1 year. And then the second year, I was promoted at the age of 14. I was promoted to the shop. And I was behind the counter. And there I was responsible for all the big sales of chocolate, big chocolate boxes, chocolate, cheese, cigarettes, all of these. I was in charge of that at the age of 14. But I still wasn't happy.
Like an inner voice constantly thumping through his heart, he grew up feeling unhappy and sensing that there was something missing in his life that he needed to resolve.
Something was calling me and said, look, this is not for you. It's not for you. So at the age of 15, I applied to the Divine Word to the junior seminary over in England, and I wanted to be a priest. And I always felt that calling, that God is calling me to be a priest. When I was in primary school, I used to read these magazines, you know, on missionaries going out to various countries in Africa and Philippines and different countries. And I always had that feeling, God is calling me to share the gospel with others. And that's where it started. That's when the seed was sown in primary school. So when I was working for those 2 years, I wasn't happy. I said, this is not for me. you know. And I applied, and I got entrance into the junior seminary over in England. And I was there, I did my O-levels, I did 3 years, I was over there. I did it, prepared for my coming to the major seminary. So at the age of 18, then that's when I applied for the major seminary. But every holiday I worked. I worked in supermarkets, sweeping floors, putting food on shelves. I worked in a big clothing factory where they take pieces of clothing, you know, from various factories, and you sort them out. This is nylon, this is polyester, this is cotton. I worked in a big shop, you know, huge, big packages of old cloth and the rest. I worked in various places, you know, during the holidays because I had to work. I had to think of the next term. What's happening the next term? I need money for the next term. So we never did extra classes at home, never. You always went to work, whether it was a long vacation or whether it was Christmas time, it didn't matter. You went to work to bring money in. And I worked, but I remember when it was 1964, I worked in a supermarket in Dublin, and I was sweeping floors, and I was putting food on shelves. And that's when I applied to join the major seminary, to go along to be a Divine Word missionary, to start my education and my training as a Divine Word missionary, and I've become a novice.
Becoming too clear by this time that he might just miss his opportunity to go to the seminary, all that was left for the young Andrew was a miracle. And a miracle did he get.
I was working in the shop, downstairs in the storeroom, and sweeping and cleaning and the rest. And I had to get a long list of clothing and others to go to the seminary. And I said, what am I going to do? I don't have any rich grandfather. I don't have any auntie or uncle that can give me money. I don't have that. I don't have anybody. I had to buy shoes, suit, shirts, underwear, all of these. But I managed. One or two people gave me, here's a pair of new shoes for you, here's some socks for you, such and such. So they helped me out. But I was left with black cassocks, 3 black cassocks. I said, what am I going to do? I don't have the money. Mommy and Daddy didn't have the money. My grandparents were all dead. So what do I do? So I said, Lord, you want me to be a priest for them? Please, you help me. And that's when a letter came in to the postman, bought a letter, put it into the letterbox. And then there was a letter. Dear Mr. Campbell, this was August 1964. Dear Mr. Campbell, please accept this gift. It was a £10 note, exactly what I needed to buy my 3 cassocks. Please accept this little gift as a gift from me and my children. I pray you'll be a holy priest and a good priest. Pray for me and my children. Signed, Donor. Who the donor is, I don't know. I don't know. You're going back to 1964. 64. Nobody ever, I don't know anybody in my family would have £10 note. Nobody. And I said, who is it? I guess I have to wait till I go up there before I find out who it was to be able to say thank you. But whoever it was, I'm most grateful that he went out of the way. And £10 was a lot of money in those days. So with that £10, I went and bought my 3 black cassocks, got ready for the seminary, and on the 8th of September 1964, I said goodbye to my family and says, now I'm off to the major seminary. And I spent 2 years in novitiate in the west of Ireland.
His journey to becoming a fully fledged priest had taken flight, and the next major thing for him after his training was his journey to this West African country, Ghana. How he got here is an interesting story, and he shares it with many smiles.
At the end of 2 years, you took the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And during those 2 years, it was quite strict, quite strict. We talked for the first time of the day at 10 minutes to 11 in the morning. and you talk for 10 minutes. And then all meals were silenced, except tea. Tea was 15 minutes you could talk, and then it was silence. We had a lot of silence, time of prayer, time of conferences. Every day we had football. I was on the football field every day. Whether it was raining or snowing, whatever it was, there were a group of us who were always cross-country running. I used to do cross-country running, all these things we did. And that was for the 2 years that I trained to be a novice and prepare for my first vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. In our second year, we started philosophy. So we started philosophy, and then the second year, novitiate, and the third year I was there, I did the second year of philosophy. And then I went to Dublin, to the major, it's a very big major seminary in Dublin called Maynooth. And there were hundreds and hundreds of clerical students are being trained there for the priesthood. So I went there for 4 years and did my theology and got my degree from the seminary. And every long vacation, you had a choice. You could go and work wherever you wanted to work. No, we didn't do pastorals. So the first year I went to work as a welder, and a welder in a big factory in London. The second year I said, no, I want to work in a hospital. So I applied for a hospital in Liverpool. And I went to Liverpool and I worked as an auxiliary male nurse. I had my uniform, a nice uniform with trousers, all white. So everybody thought I was a nurse. I hadn't got a clue about nursing. I didn't know. But we did our best. And I worked in the medical ward. I worked in the urological ward. I didn't even know what the word urological meant when he said, Mr. Campbell, you're going to the urological, to the what? The urological ward, I remember that. And even I got to know some of the people very well there. They were so good, so good. And then the third year, I went and also went back to the same hospital, and I worked there in the outpatients department and the emergency. It was right beside the docks, the Liverpool docks, and people coming in with all sorts of injuries. Some of it was awful. And then the fourth year, I was ordained a priest. And I was ordained a priest on the 20th of December, 1970. There were 3 of us in our class. There were 15 in the class, and there were 3 of us. We were only 24 years of age, and that's young. You don't get ordained until you're at least 25. So my superiors had to write to Rome and get permission for us to be ordained at the age of 24. We were ordained at the age of 24. And of the 3 of us, 1 is gone to heaven, and 1 is back in Ireland, and I'm here. The rest, we scattered all over. Some went to India, some went to Kenya, some went to South America. But the 15th scattered. And that's, I miss my class, because I have no classmates to talk to. No classmates to talk to, unless I go home to Ireland, there's 1 or 2 there. And then I came to Ghana.
An Irishman in the hot climates of Ghana. Tough as it was, he explains how the love from the people of Osu got him grounded.
I left Liverpool on the 1st of October, and I took the Elder Dempster line, the Oriole, the boat. I took that boat on the 1st of October, 1971. The reason why I came to Ghana, when I applied to the Divine Word Missionaries, I wanted to come to Africa. And with the Divine Word Missionary Congregation, Ghana was the only country they were working in. Now we're working in many, many, many countries in Africa, many countries. But at that time it was the only country. That's why I applied for Ghana. And you're given a choice. You know, you're told, give three choices, first, second, and third. I got my first choice, which was Ghana. And I came with another priest. Two of us came on the boat. On the high seas, we came on the boat, 13 days on the high seas, right through the Bay of Biscay. So we came to Ghana and arrived on the 13th of October, 1971. But the priest that came with me, after 3 or 4 months, he said, no. He said, this life is not for me. So he left. He left and went back to London and became parish priest in London. He did very well there, and I stayed here. And just at that particular time, I got a telegram stating that my sister was killed in a motorbike accident. And that had an awful, bad, you know, it was devastating. It was devastating. So I went back to Ireland, but I missed the funeral. The funeral was in the morning, I arrived in the evening. And that had a devastating, it took a long time for me to get over this. So that's how I came to Ghana. And they were the beginning, the early days here in Ghana. It wasn't easy settling down to the climate. Ireland is cool climate, you know, and it rains during the summer, it's nice summer, but it's never hot like in Ghana. Never hot, and it's a different, Ghana is a different climate completely. The food, I mean, I never heard of fufu before. I never heard of banku. I never heard of, you know, all of these, never heard of those before. So I had to get used to all of the food, the climate, the people, you know, and it was difficult at the beginning, I must say. I didn't find it easy. And I was assigned to St. Peter's, Osu for a few months. And when I was assigned, I didn't want to stay in Ghana. I wanted to go back to Ireland. Because I said, no, I'm not happy here. I'm not happy. I knew nobody. And I wasn't happy. My sister had just died. And I was trying to settle down and I couldn't. So I applied to go back to Ireland. And it was hard, But when I went to St. Peter's in Osu, and I took over, the priest there had died, Father Feeney, the Togolese priest, he had died, and I took over the parish there. I loved it. The people, they were so good to me. They won me over. And because of them, you know, I stayed, and I thank God that because of them I'm here today. So I'm very, very grateful to the people in Osu for being so kind and looking after me during those early days. They don't know what they were doing because it was such a happy community and a loving community, and they won my heart over, and that's why I stayed in Ghana.
The death of his father was a hard one for him, but he says at least he was proud of something in that moment. His wishes were met.
Then I was my father died in 1976. I was called home to Dublin, and my father had cancer. My father used to smoke, something I hate. He smoked, and it was too late. He got cancer of the lung. And I was with him right to the very, very, very end. I was with Daddy. He was such a wonderful man, such a wonderful man. He gave me all the encouragement. And the strange thing about my father, you know, he always supported me going away to be a priest. I was the only boy in the family. My little brother died when he was a baby, so I was the only son in the family. And the two of us were always together. We'd go on holidays together, we'd go cycling together. You know, we used to work in the garden together. We used to do all these things together. Sunday we'd cycle over to see Grandma, and then in the afternoon we'd go to a football match. But we were always together. Dad was a wonderful person. So when he was dying, I stayed with him right to the very end. So on the 27th of June, it was the only day he spent in bed. The only day and I called the doctor, and the doctor says, there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. So he asked me, he said, Andrew, there's a crucifix behind me over my bed. Take that crucifix and put it in front of me here, which I did. And I still have that crucifix beside me in my own bed here. So take that crucifix and put it, you know, right in front of me. And I went for evening mass in the church, parish church, came back and said, Daddy, what do you want? Oh, just a bit of bread and a cup of milk. So I brought it to him. When I came back afterwards, then he went into a coma and he died in my arms. And it was a wonderful experience in the sense that earlier on, some months beforehand, I was upset one day, very upset. And I went to see the matron of the hospital which Daddy was admitted to. And I said to the matron, I said, Matron, my father's dying of cancer. And I said, when I was a seminarian, I've seen people die of cancer. I said, I'm scared. What should I do? You know, he's the next room to me. So I was in one room, Daddy the next, and my sister and husband in the next room. I said, what happens if during the night he takes bad? What do? I don't know what to do. And I was really worried. And the matron said to me, Father, look, you don't worry. God will take care. God will take care. And here was a nurse, a nursing sister telling a priest, you know, God will take care. She was giving me counsel. Oh, I'll never forget that. Then I went to the church. I said, God, okay, you win. You win. I argued with her. I said, look, you've taken my brother. You've taken my mother. You've taken my sister. Now you want to take my father. Why? Why? So I argued with him and argued with him. In the end, I said, okay, God, you win. You win. It was hard. It was hard. And I said, God, I want two requests from you. Number one, that when Daddy is dying, I want to be with him. Number two, he has no pain. I've seen patients die of cancer in pain. And I wanted to be with my father when he died. That 27th of June, 6 o'clock in the evening, when Daddy took bad, I was with him. He died at 7. There was nobody else with him. I was on my own with him. He had no pain. He just went into a coma and gradually went off quietly, quietly. And it was beautiful death, as if I'd taken him to heaven, as if I'd gone there and come back. And I must say this much, that since that experience, I have never been afraid of death. You know, it taught me something, there's something, life after death, there's something special there. And as if there was that happy feeling, you know, that Daddy's gone to a place where there's no cancer, where there's no pain, there's no hospital, there's no suffering. And I felt happy for him. And I sat there with him, holding in my arms. There was no crying. I just said, Daddy, you've gone to where you were made for. And I held him in my arms. And then the neighbors came in and started crying, then I left him. But I always remember that. That was at 1976. I came back to Ghana.
So we're back on this episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate right here on GhanaWeb TV. Today we are asking that we've qualified for the World Cup. A lot of people want the coach to add experienced players for the campaign. But who do you want to see in the team? Talking of the experienced players, should Asamoah Gyan be added to the Black Star squad or not? Don't forget, the Ghanaian legend has already stated that he has not retired from the game yet. He is training and preparing to get back into the game. I'll speak to my first guest here on the show and I'll get his opinion on this very issue. GhanaWeb TV so.
Oh, me so.
Boss, we qualify World Cup no, and a power be Juma na environment no net saying.
Oh, Ukraine you qualify the Omanimu the Panige by Utimus will be any Jina Hokano Ewosoro. Intino boys no my idea the town much pa my idea.
And the IB say Asamoah Gyan, a Ghana legend, all-time top scorer, Africa World Cup on no was goals kese. Ye ko World Cup e binum say emfa Asamoah Gyan enka team no ho enko sisi on retire won san kwofo no adwen.
Oh, your friend anke because your experienced player na Ojinamu kra ni huhu kra mpoti me dey e top player bi so nti o ma your friend aye pa
nti emfa Asamoah Gyan
me dey enka madwen dey anka emfa nka ho bi
ba say Asamoah Gyan afi ba ko ni we I say no modern no sheda eni srosa.
Oh, anu dey say be friend obetimi ahase aye training ni adade na make bibi say like Ojinamu kra ni huhu mpo betimi top player bi so ma obetimi aye dey am ye chance bi enya akonya obo ni mu nti onu dey yes enke dey dey echo.
Asamoah Gyan should be added to the team. The experience that he brings on board cannot be quantified, and he is the top scorer of Africa in the FIFA World Cup. So Ghana should add him to the squad. The qualify World Cup. I'm for saying for Asamoah Gyan and squad. No one me add.
Yeah, didn't come when you're bad, but to me, idiot. You maintain boys now. You qualify for World Cup now.
You maintain your man. You might be account.
And you're necessary.
Asamoah Gyan experience, you know.
And actually, boys now you good. Into I think it's you boys now.
You boys. Yeah. Okay. Into and Asamoah Gyan experience player Ben opposite in the squad. No, echo a World Cup.
So far, they mean to experienced player. Maybe minimum is a boys now. They don't qualify for World Cup. Oh my yard. Boys now didn't maintain almost.
All right, into boss, you qualify your World Cup. You first Asamoah Gyan and cast squad no name kwana.
Sharp. Asamoah Gyan and the spirits never high. What I say, it is a team in the cow. It's our World Cup now. Asamoah Gyan cow. Hey, ade. When you gonna need share Asamoah Gyan a champion.
But if you say on share down bobo, I feel back with me into my son.
Oh, I'm with Jada, I'm Mada. Asamoah Gyan train with you.
He has all the boats in the answer.
Nah, so you didn't go what car, you didn't go yadi. Oh, that is some shady. We see. I'll be a century. What I say? It's a sanity.
All right, so it means that Gyan doesn't need to train for him to make the cut for Qatar 2022. He has a lot in him that he will help Ghana if we name him as part of the squad for the FIFA World Cup. And today we are asking whether we should take Asamoah Gyan to Qatar for the FIFA World Cup or not. Let me hear from you in the comment section. But I have two guests here. Pacho, what's your World Cup? No, your ball qualifications we now. You to qualify and Uber, you are not feeling it say.
Oh, na nida so ni wo say the World Cup ni ba no ye qualify na fe say Ghana fo ni na eni agi say ye ni World Cup no so obi eni agi ball no nti say World Cup ni de ye ni agi say World Cup ni bi
intended de e bi san say amafo ka say yemfa Asamoah Gyan enka squad if you say ni history World Cup no World Cup me say wa bo nyina o shego nti yemfa nka wona yemfa ne nko wona san krofo no ya adwen
Fabi no me no ya adwen say Fabi me no ya adwen ya me no ya adwen say Asamoah Gyan bae no sanko timi ball Lagos City e ma ye hu na anka be so obekọ na so nkonko ne modern ball na be kire na oba na wantimi ambo se na nkaso le bae na oboye no amafo krakas yem fresule no Asamoah Gyan bae no timi ball ne sade a anka the senior player ba ko hye national team a anka nya bone what I say ese Cameroon aye bi aye Roger Miller na obi anim so yere ne be kan semitata no na yi we ni mo koye no utimi so okoye different extra wo kra wo ho ama ye hu se senior player timi bo nti
the modern money Lagos cities in Ansha dan Conti.
Ankoye. And this is club side never chill modern ball as a national team of film. As a Majamban, one the bombarding. Tell the Sule boy, Enkumubai or boy. I'm for the better as a course. I know if it's small team or any buy or drafts or buy no some for the cars, young Friday Corsa. The modern one changes as a Majan to be here beside the Anka, meeting Casa or Bequano, and the modern one and in the Beco. And you're gonna for the Becassa.
All right, so Jan is a top player, but his performance in the Ghana Premier League for Lagos Cities is not something that we can make a case for him in the national team. And Pachoman for Unsumbrem. Jan, you find Walk Up.
Oh, yes, that's a Deneco because players in the Demucono, player be anima, what eating, a womb, Titu, Yanis Raka be Anankasa, or what eating be a woman, the Nijaboma. Utim Sunsumbi, a womb, just a more than yet, than a qua, a mammy.
And now you say, Lagos Cities, you know, one shada into me, I'm Bobo on the Senana, Ghana for a penalty.
Oh, I need the found, sir. What then a qua, about to my training mono, and there will be a person so no more training or Lagos City, maybe one yes, quality person, and no man yes, our training, and to see the next blast and dear, but many players, or no be training now, but to me, Jan, and also to say, fast as a Mojan, Jadil Quasamajan, why you be there? And you didn't jam crash, soon crano, about talk will be so cry. Tasamajan, slow dear, me Yadan said, Yaduamoko, because so many senior player, or my year beepen. Rokono, and I didn't do him, and I don't call that.
Solomon Tai should also be added to the team, but as Samoajan, though he couldn't perform in Lagos Cities, you cannot blame him. Probably the club do not have quality players that can help him perform. But because of his history and performance in the FIFA World Cup, we should add him to the squad in November. You qualify for World Cup. Eddie Kaino, Ghana, your group, who have been say bit my baby.
Oh,
what brings a bit my group?
Oh, baby, a group in the baby. Group in the by hook or crook, and the Portugal,
South Korea, Portugal, Uruguay.
Yeah, the Portugal never qualified for a group.
Yeah, the Portugal, and never qualified. See, our squad don't know walk up on the Yamba, Bebasu, November. A man for a Casa, but the Urban say, a man for Jan. Experienced player, Africa's top scorer in the World Cup. You see him finding Kauna and finding Ko. Oh no, my agent.
Me no, my agent. Player like a Samoa Giant Calibana. So, giant striker, although performance in you, but a striker with our defenders in Team Jan Homa. Because defenders be the back of Nicola Pare. Almost a giant sharp striker. Bomun Jan Homa. It is a giant in our Ababaminian can't seem be say, Obabo Lagos Cities here. Obi wo ha wo tournament player giant me o see so the ball man who be obo buy o de ne tournament
who de ne gire mu stars
o hwe ni club level ni tournament side ni dia wo far better it me James Asamoah de kan we ye
asade Asamoah no senior player baby na o pese
Sule Muntali
ye fa Sule kan
yeah Sule ye fa Sule kan because Sule ke Nanu ya Dabi nyas has of Kunta. Say your friend Kotoko player, you the support in the blaster. Any club side, a national team there, continue as I say support in the Yama nation in that year. Yes, Oba as of Nanu ya no performance are better than it. Oba a crown of Ghana League anymore. Because we are right now, Sule poster boy our has team. Say Kotokone has Kumasi recently, no. Nasulin Kahon. And so you had in the advert. So on the amateur, until Sules had in a shell, and a medical player be why Jati Dio. It is what Jinamukana players in Pasu Mubijano. Yeah.
We are asking whether Samoa should be added to the FIFA World Cup squad or not. No Kwababa sports debate so. Yemfa Jan Enka World Cup squad.
No, no.
I didn't see money because a binu kase this year shada ni striker. Oka Samoa Jan World Cup on so Africa. Wa Bob Braye pa top scorer. Enti ga de kan wa to me e boa Ghana team no.
Okay. See ebedi anu achidi an kameka way back Rojamela. Okay. Na Cameroon president pra football we no cry am adu say my yene nko. But ebinu transfer association transfer no. Yemfan old man we ni yede enko. But that time no comparison no chere say na Rojamela owo unfit. Okay. Yes.
But as a Mojan dear no, Akoye be me, fitness and what dear. The America say no.
From World Cup in November. The Acacia didn't call Obedu on Obe training, Obe to me training and fitness.
Fine, so Obe to me training seriously. No, for grow and cajon. Dia and then the court no be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Second half the main kasi and vanemre. We don't bring from 30 to the end of the second half. No. I think say and no bet me provide BB because he have that ability to score. If the ball with Asamoah 18 yard and the oil list of the show. Yes, until hot dear bet me akase but say ye dey Asamoah call sir, with that BBR, as a soldier, you are going to war with that gun bullet. What are you going to do? You have to train well, stand on your feet, be as a man. Don't even think as a boy, think as a man. Nakobobo, and the let me say,
Alright, so if we are going to add him to the squad, it means that he should be put on intensive training so that from this month to November he will be in good shape so that he can compete. And adding Asamoah to the squad so that he can be a super sub will be an advantage for the Black Stars because a Jan in the 18-yard box is as dangerous as any other player you will see in association football. You qualify for World Cup. Eddie Kaino, Ghana, your group, no. Who of them say bet my baby?
Oh,
who of them say bet my baby?
Oh, yeah, baby, a group in the baby. Group in the by who called Portugal,
South Korea, Portugal, and Uruguay.
Yeah, the Portugal never qualified for group.
Yeah, the Portugal, and never qualified. See, our squad no World Cup in the Yamba, Bebasu, November. I'm on for a Casa, but the Ebane say, I'm on for say Jan. Experienced player, Africa's top scorer in the World Cup. You see him fanning count and fanning call. Oh no, my agent.
Me no my agent. Player like Asamoah Caliban. So, giant striker bia. Although performance in you, but striker bia with our defenders in Team Jan Homa. Because defenders be the back of an Nicola Pare. Almost a giant sharp striker. Bomu Jan Homa. It is a giant now. About what I mean, you can't see me say. Obebo Legon City here who. Obi wo ho a wo ye tournament player giant me o see so the ball man who bo bi obobai o de ne ko tournament a
who de ne ginem stars a
o hwe ni club level ni tournament side ni dia wo ye far better it me James Asamoah de kan we ye
asade Asamoah no senior player baby na o pese
Sule Muntali
ye fa Sule kan
yeah Sule ye fa Sule kan because Sule hwe Nanu ya David nyas has of kunta say your friend kotoko player ye nyina ya the support ni the blaster team enya club side a national team na konti ye nyina say the support ni the yema nation ni na say ye ye Sule oba as of nanu ya no performance abeda na di oba ye kra no obepeja Ghana league ni more because we are right now Sule ni poster boy a has team no say kotoko ne has Kumasi recently ya no na Sule nka ho so ya de ne ya advert so on the amateur nti Sule ya de ne share na medical kan player bi wo wa waja de din wo ho nti wo ginamu kura na players in person mo be ja no ho
nti yamfa Jan Sule nka ho
yeah. So should Asamoah be added to the Black Star squad for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar? That's what we're asking on this episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate right here on GhanaWeb TV. You've watched Ghanaians express their opinion as far as this particular subject is concerned. Let me hear from you in the comment section after watching the video. Do you agree or you think that Jan didn't do enough when he joined Legon Cities in the Ghana Premier League? Let me hear from you in the comment section. My name is Joel Leshen and thanks for watching this episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and share for others to also get the opportunity to watch this video. Until we meet again, you know it's bye for now.
when the Nabdon police station will attain the status of a district police station.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in line with the Ghana Police Service strategy to maintain law and order, to ensure maximum security in the Upper East region in general, a number of new police stations were opened in July 2021. These new stations include the Pelungo Police Station within the Nabdam district. Similarly, a number of district police commands are being established. A notable amongst them is the Nangodi District Police Command in the Nabdam district, which takes charge of the Nabdam district. Honorable Speaker, it is expected that once the current police restructuring arrangements regarding the setup in the Upper East region are accomplished, the Nabdam police station will be considered for elevation to a district police station. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, if we read, I think paragraph 1 of the answer, it is written, these new police stations include a Pirongo police station with the Nabdam district. If the Honorable Minister remember, I came to his office to ask for permission to build this police station. Yes, so I built this police station with my common fund, Perungo. Yes, a modern police station with my common fund, and with the understanding that if we're able to build this police station, of course, we will attain the district status as soon as it's practicable, because we're not getting the staff, because we're usually allocated the staff from Balga. No, I've done my part, even I've worded it for them, and I want to know, from your answer, it still appears vague. When you're going to do it, I don't know. Can I get a timeline for this police station? The district status.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, permit me to acknowledge the effort of the Honorable Member for building the station. But as I said earlier on, we had a situation where only 43% of the area was covered. I'm sure the Honorable Member of Parliament for Yeji area will tell you, we had a whole from Ejura to Yeji was all vast. But to get district status, it goes beyond the building. We need a certain number of police in the area. Right now we are training the 5,000, and from what we are saying now, once the police have an intention to elevate it, we have to give first the manpower levels. And also immediately after that, I'm sure you will come to me, Mr. Speaker, to ask for vehicles and what have you. So we want to be sure that in this general restructuring, that we are able to meet the logistical needs, personnel needs of it. So while acknowledging your intervention, we will still need to do a lot to be able to get that place to be a district. It also comes in with a particular rank of an officer to command and what have you. We are doing our best and always acknowledging the support of Parliament when it comes to security matters. I believe that as soon as possible, I cannot stand and tell you this because you might have other reasons for attacking me on other matters that we cannot discuss here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Minister. In February 2021, the national official of the Assembly was down 50 meters away from the police station. And this brought up the question of the lack of staff. Can you assure me that you are going to increase the number of police personnel at the police station for me?
Yes, Honorable Minister. I can assure you that we plan to do so. The extent of the increase is what I cannot be sure, but we will increase. Yes, it's a matter of concern. You'll be surprised, some of these gunning downs in the north, we are beginning to pick the guns from guns down south now. Because we've marked them, and we are beginning to see. So it's like we are dealing with some network of gangs in the country that we are now. Yes, we would increase, but I would not want to put a quantum that will happen. We are doing 5,000. I believe this year we will apply for more recruitment, and when we do get, then we would be able to even give more. But it's all over the place. I was in Western North, and I'm telling you, you'll be surprised that there's a lot of work that we need to do. There's a need for more security personnel than we are producing now. But thank you, we would remember and continue to support us as you've done by building and drawing our attention with these incidents. You don't have to wait for a parliamentary question. When it becomes necessary, you can come to office and we deal with them. Thank you. Yes, you're done. Very well. Honorable Minister, we thank you for attending upon the House to answer questions. You are discharged. Now, there's one more question, and it is to be answered by the Honorable Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. The question is question number 1188 in the name of the Honorable Member for Akan, Mr. Yao Gomado.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation what measures the Ministry is putting in place to stop manufacturers of cooking utensils from using e-waste and old aluminium products other than pure aluminium ingots. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there are large manufacturers of cooking utensils in Ghana that utilize pure aluminium ingots in their production process. This pure aluminium ingot is either sourced directly from Valco or imported into the country for remolding into other products, including cooking utensils. Our information on other forms of aluminum is from the refining process, where metals crushed from aluminum sheets and cast are separated into ingots and exported outside the country. This type of aluminum is mostly found on the housing of electrical and electronic waste, that's e-waste, and is not contaminated or considered hazardous. They are easily recovered by shredding or dismantling process and constitute a minute fraction of the industrial sources of aluminum ingots exported outside the country. There is another category of aluminum that is part of the base alloy metals used in the manufacture of electrical and electronic components.
The recovery of this aluminum is complex and offers little in terms of market value compared to other base metals. Mr. Speaker, at this stage, I will ask of your leave to make some corrections. So even though what has been provided on the order paper is factually correct, the phraseology makes it a bit difficult. So I will say that the recovery of this aluminum is complex and offers little in terms of its market value compared to other base metals such as copper, nickel, and cobalt. Instead of copper, silver, and gold, because silver and gold are not base metals. An audit of the country's e-waste recycling capacity showed an export-dominated market. For the recovery of this, again, I will make a correction. So it should read, an audit of the country's e-waste recycling capacity showed an export-dominated market for the recovery of some base metals, such as copper, cobalt, nickel, and rare earth metals, and some precious metals such as silver, gold, and platinum. Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding the situation in the former sector, there may be isolated cases of contaminated metal scraps, including aluminum, that are used in the manufacture of cooking utensils in the informal sector or among the local manufacturers. However, we don't have data to support how widespread this situation may be currently. However, the ministry is currently developing a circular economy approach framework where scraps and other waste types will serve as secondary sources for reuse and recycling. No matter the source, these recyclable materials should be free of contamination. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I disagree with the Minister for saying that
Can they ask a question, please?
Mr. Speaker, I want to know from the Minister, from his last paragraph, what measures is his ministry putting in place to ensure research is done to know the real state of the situation, as he has mentioned in his answer that they do not have the data to support it.
Yes. Indeed. So, Mr. Speaker, these recycled models, they are actually in their infancy, and we are the proto stages of this. So we really are, even as I speak to you now, doing a lot of research in this area. This even includes plastics, where we have a lot of experience with. So that is a way to go. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I think I've also carried out a lot of research here that I would rather prefer to put this in statement for the House to debate on. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister. Thank you for attending upon the House to answer questions. You are discharged. That brings us to the end of question time for today. Yes, Honorable
Speaker. I think we are ready now to take item 11. Speaker, I will seek your leave to do that for and on behalf of the Leader of the House.
Yes, Honorable Available Leader. Do you have any
Mr. Speaker, we had that understanding at conclave, so we can go ahead.
Very well. So item 7A, I, presentation of papers. Yes.
Report of the Auditor General on the public accounts of Ghana, ministries, departments, and other agencies for the year ended 31st December 2021.
The paper is duly presented. It's referred to the Public Accounts Committee to consider and report. Item II.
Report of the Auditor General on the consolidated statement of foreign exchange receipts and payments of the Bank of Ghana for the year ended 31st December 2021.
The report duly presented is referred to the Public Accounts Committee to consider and report. Item III. The Honourable Second Deputy Speaker to take the chair.
Report of the Auditor General on the public accounts of Ghana, technical universities for the year ended 31st December 2021.
The report is duly presented, is referred to the Public Accounts Committee to consider and report. Yes.
Speaker, we have just laid III and we got to IV.
Very well. So I'm told we have gotten to III. Have we done III? Okay. So let's turn to IV.
Performance Audit Report of the Auditor General on mental health management and care delivery in Ghana.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration and report. We move to V.
Report of the Auditor General on the accounts of district assemblies for the financial year ended 31st December 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It is referred to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration and report. We move to VI.
Performance Audit Report of the Auditor General on the management of the education of children with special needs.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration and report. VII.
Report of the Auditor General on the public accounts of Ghana General Government for the year ended 31st December 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration and report. We move to VIII.
Consolidated Performance Audit Report of the Auditor General on capital projects of 30 selected MMDAs funded through the DACF-RFG.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration and report. Let's turn to IX.
Report of the Auditor General on the public accounts of Ghana pre-university education institutions for the financial year ended 31st December 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration. End report. We move to X.
Performance Audit Report of the Auditor General on Fleet Management of the National Ambulance Service.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration. End report. Let's move to XI.
Report of the Auditor General on the management and utilization of the District Assembly's Common Fund and other statutory funds for the year ended 31st December 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration. End report. We move to XII.
Report of the Auditor General on the management of petroleum funds for 1st January to 31st December 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Public Accounts Committee for consideration. End report. Yeah, leader, are you moving to B?
So I'll seek your leave to lay 7B.
7B?
Yes.
Is the minister around? So which minister is doing for on behalf of the minister?
Speaker, if I may seek your leave for the Minister for Defense to do it.
Very well. So we turn to B.
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection for the year 2021.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Committee on Gender, Children and Social Protection for consideration. End report. We move to C. Yes, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Annual report of the Forestry Commission for the year 2019.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It will refer to the Committee on Lands and Forestry for consideration. End report. Do you move to D?
Yes, indeed, Speaker. D, and with your leave, to be done by the Minister for Defense.
Yes.
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Akrofom District Assembly for the year 2021.
Honourable members, the annual statement has been duly presented. It will refer to the Committee on Local Government and Rural Development for consideration. End report. We move to DII.
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Ningo Pram District Assembly for the year 2021.
Honourable members, the statement has been duly presented. It will refer to the Committee on Local Government and Rural Development for consideration. End report. We turn to DIII.
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Ghana Municipal Assembly for the year 2021.
Honourable members, the annual statement has been duly presented. It is referred to the Committee on Local Government and Rural Development for consideration. End report. Are we moving to E?
Speaker, I've just been informed that page 7, item G, that is 7G, is ready. Unfortunately, the chairman is not available. Speaker, it's your leave if the ranking can do the lay.
So, Honorable Leader, so are you not, we are not doing the E? We are not doing the E.
Speaker, no. We are not doing E. We will jump to G.
Then F.
No.
Very well. So, honorable members, let me invite you to page 7, item listed G. G, by the chairman of the committee.
Report of the Committee on Education on the Ghana Commission for UNESCO Bill 2022.
Honorable members, the report has been duly presented. It is for distribution to honorable members. Are we doing the H?
Speaker, leadership